Hello everybody, I welcome you to Nurse Life TV. In this video, I am going to share my views and then solutions that I have, practical solutions to NCLEX RN exam. And these solutions can also be used for if you are taking your LPN, NCLEX PN exam. So stay to the end of the video. I have a surprise for you, an information that will help you a great deal, especially if you are about to take your NCLEX exam. So I'm going to address the fears that some people that are subscribers on my channel, the things, the issues that they have, that as I spoke to them on the phone, their concerns, and then the problems they are, or the challenges they are facing. So I'm going to address at least 3 of them. The first one is that the feeling that you've not studied enough. Number 1, the feelings that you have not studied enough. But I'm here to tell you that if you use 1 year, even 2 years to study for the NCLEX, it still will feel the day that you are going to write your exams or the day before the exams, you will feel like you've not studied enough. I have been there. I had that feeling that morning that I was going to take my NCLEX exam. I was scrambling through all the papers, that the resources that I was studying with. My husband came to tell me that, baby, you've studied enough. Put that book away and get in your car before you miss the time that you've scheduled for these exams. Because it just dawned on me that maybe I've not studied enough. And so you out there who is also having that feeling, because there are people that they've graduated from nursing school for a period of time, they still have not been able to take the NCLEX because they have this issue that I just mentioned, the feeling that they've not studied enough. What is the solution for this? The solution is what I just mentioned, that even if you take the whole year to study, it still will never be enough. So give yourself, if you have children, like I have 4 kids, I have little ones. The youngest is 3 years. Okay, when I took the exam, she was younger than that, so I know what I'm talking about. And I had to create time for them, you know, do my motherly duties and a whole lot. I work full time through the time period that I set for myself to take the NCLEX. I work full time, but everybody and the energy and their strength, what they are able to do and what they are not able to do. So that feeling that you've not studied enough, I'm here to tell you, it will never be enough. But all you have to do is to do your possible best. Set the 60 days or 90 days. 90 days if you're a mother like me with little kids. 60 days if you have grown-up children. That will not be a bother to you. 60 days you should be able. Now I will make a separate video and share with you the realistic study plan that I used, that it helped me pass my exam. My screen recorder is giving me issues, but as soon as I get it fixed, I'm going to make that video showing you the timetable for the NCLEX, what I used that helped me to pass. So that is the first problem I've addressed. It will never be enough. So register for the exams, and let the interval be 60 days if you have no little kids, or 90 days if you have kids. Give yourself that grace period to go through all the necessary resources, your fundamentals, your pharmacology, medical, surgical, pediatric, maternity, psychiatric, and do a lot of review practice exams. Okay, point number 2 is fear and anxiety. Fear about when you hear the word NCLEX exam, there's this fear that cripple you, that grip you. I've been there. How did I overcome that fear? There are two things that I want to point out to you. You get anxiety coupled with a fear when you open your ears too wide listening to others who went and failed. Maybe you know someone who has failed multiple times. That news reaching your ears can instill fear about the exam to you. Don't harm yourself that way. I personally, when I registered in November. So December, I registered in November. I think middle of November. So I used that middle of the November, December, January, and February 2nd, I went to write the exams. So I gave myself that 60 days, 50 days thereabout to write the exams, even with the little ones. And I was working full-time job, okay? I didn't miss anything. In fact, I was even doing overtime during the time that I had apportioned to write the NCLEX. One thing I didn't do was to call people who have, written the NCLEX and ask whether how was their feeling, I didn't do that. That will compound your fears. Don't do that to yourself. Don't harm yourself in that way. Please, don't do it. Okay? Don't call anybody about how they did it. It will put fear in you. And if a cousin, a nephew, a friend, if you are in a group, where they talk about, oh, I passed, exit that group, or don't be reading those messages. Don't do it. People's success will put fear in you. People's failure will put fear in you. These two things. People's success will put anxiety. People's failure will put fear. So don't do it. If you're in a study group where, when people pass, they will say, I passed. When they fail, they'll come and say, put that notification off. Don't listen to it. Okay? I cannot stress that enough. So, failure is not the end of everything. Okay, so don't put your mind to it. Stay positive. Stay positive every morning. You wake up, make positive declaration, make positive confession. Let me tell you what I will tell myself in the morning. I tell myself I'm a child of God. I was born to be the head and never the tail. Failure is never part of me and will never be part of me. And I am going to study and be able to write my exams, and I will pass it in God's name. I make these positive confessions. I make these positive declarations. Once I do that, I go about my daily things, and then I go according to my study plan, get 1 hour straight, get into either my flashcards or either my ATI, the book resource that I bought. I bought it for $500. ATI books that has pediatric fundamentals and all those books. I get into it. I read, topics. I read subjects, So according to my study plan, my timetable, I read. If it's fundamentals this week, it's going to be fundamentals throughout. So after reading my test, the test resource that I bought from ATI, going through some of the flashcards, I do practice exams, practice questions, So once you're able to do that, you'll be able to overcome that challenges and be able to. The last thing I want to leave with you is that concerning fear, understand or have it in mind, put it at the back of your mind that this NCLEX exam is just like any nursing exam that I've taken in school. Once you're able to put it, confess it, that this NCLEX exam is just like any of the nursing exams that I've taken in school. The only difference is that this time I'm not taking it inside my school, but I'm taking it outside in an enclosed space. Once you are able to wrap your mind around that and confess it every day, that fear will minimize. and you have control of yourself, of your emotions and everything, and know that, okay, it is just like any of these normal exams. Just as I passed those exams in nursing school, I'm going to pass this one. Once you're able to do that, you will be able to overcome those fears and be able to go and write and pass on your first attempt. Even if it's the second or the third attempt, this time, take this tip, run with it. And I'm rooting for you for your success. I pray for all those who are writing NCLEX this week and the next, in this month of February, that you will pass in God's name. Remember, you got this, okay? Now, the surprise that I have for you, in this video description, I have taken my time to write an ebook guide to be successful with the NCLEX exam. I took 48 hours, which is 2 days, to do this for you. I strongly believe these are all my experiences and all the resources that I used, and from variety of places that I used that helped me to pass my LPN and my RN NCLEX for the first attempt. I've never had to write it for the second time. And so take it from someone who passed it from the first attempt. It's a free guide. I'm not charging you for it. You download it, you put your first name, email, and then you get the download sent to your email. And go through it. It's about 46 or 48 pages. Go through it and implement everything that is in there. And I promise you, you're going to pass. And I can't wait. I cannot wait to hear your success story. All right. You stay blessed and have a fruitful day and week.